Hello everyone and welcome to a special edition of Raider Power TV right here on RaiderPower.com. For all you out there at the Texas Tech Alumni Association, I'm Travis Cram, Managing Editor for RaiderPower.com and Multimedia and Communications Director for the Alumni Association. We're going to be talking a little bit about all the different sports, what the Red Raiders have done this year and heading into the fall, and the excitement surrounding Tommy Tuberville and his new look to the Texas Tech Red Raider football team. Now, all of you out in Oklahoma City right now are getting excited and pumped up for that exciting baseball team and heading into the Big 12 tournament for the third consecutive year. The most wins under Dan Spencer, the most wins for Texas Tech since 2005. They look to make their run and possibly notch up a spot in the National NCAA tournament for the first time in 7 years. Now, a lot of teams have seen some success this year. No stranger to that has been the men's golf team and the women's golf team making their run at the NCAA regionals once again, as well as Todd Petty and the women's tennis team showing one of their best seasons as Petty was named the Big 12 Coach of the Year. Tim Siegel and his group continuing what they do best on the tennis court for the men's tennis team, and Wes Kitley and the track team look to have one of their best squads as they head out to the regional track meet, heading into hopefully another NCAA national tournament. But of course, when I talk about change, what else could I mean? Athletic Director Gerald Myers is leaving Texas Tech, and now in comes Kirby Hocutt from the University of Miami, Florida. And right away, he had to make a decision on replacing fired coach Pat Knight for the head men's basketball coaching position at Texas Tech. He didn't waste much time. After being in office for only a few days, he made the announcement that Billy Clyde Gillespie would be the next men's basketball coach at Texas Tech.
Perhaps no one in the history of this great game of college basketball has turned around basketball programs quicker than he's had in his past. He's a winner, and there is no doubt in my mind that the Texas Tech Red Raiders are going to be dancing on a consistent basis in March this time of year. So without further delay, I want to ask that you join me in welcoming your new head basketball coach at Texas Tech, Billy Clyde Gillespie.
Thank you.
I'm very, very honored and blessed and lucky to become the 14th head basketball coach here at Texas Tech University. It does feel like it's coming home to me. It seems like I know everybody here, and it seems like as soon as the job came open, they were saying, hey, I know this border region, I know this guy, I know this guy. There's this hot athletic director that just took over. I think you two guys would be a great fit. This president is something else. This chancellor is Mark Twain reincarnated. I mean, there's just so many things that were, I mean, just seemed like a perfect fit to me. I do appreciate Dr. Bailey. Thank you very much. I do appreciate Chancellor Hance. Thank you very much. And I do believe you have the best athletic director in the country because he chose me. So thank you very much, Kirby Hocutt. This is a great turnout, but the first time we play next year, I don't want to see any red. Unless you're wearing it on your shirt, there's not going to be any empty seats. We're going to fill this place up, and we're going to get all the fans out there that we can. We're going to get all the students out there. You have great tradition here in basketball. You've had unbelievable coaches. You have great fans that really want to support something, and we're going to have great players that you're going to really enjoy watching. So I really do appreciate everyone being here. I really do appreciate you guys making the decision to let me lead your program, and I guarantee you I'm not going to let you down. Thank you.
Now, Coach Gillespie's already been busy at work adding 6 more guys to the other 5 recruits under Knight heading into the 2011 season. Will more than likely be a huge shakeup in the lineup. It'll be interesting to see how this bigger lineup affects the way Tech plays in the Big 12, because Gillespie said that defense will be a primary concern for him and that they want to make sure they can protect their home court and play with all the other big guys inside the Big 12 conference. Now, of course, when you talk recruiting, there's nothing bigger than surrounding Tommy Tuberville and the new 2011 signing class. The best ever, according to Scout.com, in their rankings out this past season. Number 14 in the nation and number 2 in the Big 12. There's Texas Tech right there. underneath the University of Texas and ahead of Oklahoma in the Big 12 rankings. Now, a big reason for this was the big signing of Delvon Simmons, the defensive tackle out of Pittsburgh, who decommitted from North Carolina and decided that Texas Tech was going to be where he wanted to play football for the next few years. Now, Delvon Simmons is a game changer, someone who can instantly come in and begin playing on that front line, and a guy that Tuberville and everyone else is excited about getting there. But it wasn't just about Simmons in this class. A plethora of running backs will surely change the depth charts here at Texas Tech and add to the already guys on there, such as Eric Stevens, Harrison Jeffords, and Aaron Crawford, along with last year's true freshman, Ben McCroy. Tuberville talked a little bit about those running backs and the stable of guys he's going to have there and at wide receiver for next season.
Yeah, I read a couple of blogs this morning where we were going to put a three-back offense in, and we won't do that. And the thing about all those running backs that we've got, that they're the type of running backs that can play other positions in terms of offensive, catching the ball, moving them around, giving us some options. But the big thing that I like about all those running backs is they have quickness and they can run. They can make a difference in open field. There was times this year when we looked like we can make a play, and once we broke out in the open and we were going to score, and we just couldn't get it done. And our main objective this year on offense was to get some difference makers when they got the ball in their hand. We really didn't worry about size. Jakeem Grant, one of those guys in particular, he's not very big, and he's hard to find. But he's really hard to find when he's got the ball in his hand running away from you, because you're not going to catch him. And that's the type of person that we're looking for. So I'm really excited about the quickness and speed part. Again, potentially, all these guys can do a lot of things, but I think that's the biggest thing that we'll see from this class once we talk about them in about 2 or 3 years, about when these guys really get to playing a lot, that they'll make a major difference in what we're doing because of those two qualities. We're not going to change. I mean, we still want to throw the ball more than we run it, but the thing that we did last year is I think we averaged, 150 yards rushing a game. I would have never even thought we could even come close to that last year after we'd gotten about the middle of spring practice. But you have to stick with what you're doing. Our offensive line got much better. We're very lucky that we didn't get a lot of guys hurt on the offensive line this past year, because we didn't have any depth at all. And that's the reason, if you look at our list, we've got 4 guys on the offensive line that are tall, big, not guys that are going to have to come in and lose weight. Most have to come in and gain weight. They have the athletic ability, and that's the type of offensive lineman we want. So we want to run the ball, but we want to throw the ball to set up the run. And we're not going to change offensively. If you look at all the positions that we signed, they were pretty much the type of players that fit into the offense that we ran last year.
Well, Tuberville and the Red Raiders are just months away from summer and fall camps. They've already been busy again on the recruiting trail. 7 guys already in the Texas Tech class. If you want to find out more about the recruiting and everything else going on with Texas Tech, including highlights and more from Oklahoma City during the tournament, just go head over to RaiderPower.com, sign up for your free name, or you can also be a subscriber. So learn more right there, and how to find out some of the other stuff going on at FoxSports.com and Scout.com. I'll be back later on this week with more Raider Power TV. And be sure to check me out on Twitter @Travis Cram and @Scout Texas Tech. See y'all next time.